Hi everyone, welcome back to the Way Collective. My name is Hector and I hope you guys are doing well today. I've been doing good. Happy Saturday. It is like 9 p.m. when I'm filming this. Today was a pretty good day. I went hiking. I hadn't been hiking in a minute. I used to really enjoy hiking, but I don't know, I feel like I was in a funk for like 2 years or something, and so I don't know, I ended up never really taking the time to go hiking. But during the pandemic, before the pandemic, I would try to, escape into nature and, get away from people. I don't know, sometimes it was a bit overwhelming with work, family, and just, a lot of things were going on. So I was in school at the time too. So yeah, it was a way for me to, really unwind and kind of de-stress myself, if you will. And so I ended up going. I ended up going today. Ended up getting there like around like 8. So I went to a hiking trail that was, it was called the San Gabrielino Trails, which is in like the Altadena, Pasadena area down here. And I don't know, I enjoy it. I know the hike, but it was fun. It was fun all around. So I occupied myself with that. And I finally watched Avatar 2, The Way of Water. I think that's what it's called. So that was pretty good too. So I spent my time pretty much just, went hiking, took a nap, ended up watching a movie, and so here we are now, right? But yeah, I don't know, it's been a pretty busy day in terms of like physically doing stuff, but that's more like the beginning part of the day. But yeah, I'm excited to finally get back into hiking. I want to slowly ease my way into what's it called, working out, having like a consistent schedule again, because I haven't done that in a minute either. But yeah, anyways, today I bring you guys a brand new video. This is a long-awaited video just because I had placed the order. I guess, yeah, technically I placed the order about like a month ago or so, a couple weeks ago, and this is from a third-party seller. So I did order a couple of candles, and that's what I want to share with you guys today. The candles are from Facebook, and I've purchased from this person before, but this was off of Mercari, and she, her and I were exchanging messages. She had a couple candles I was interested in, and she showed me she had some other ones. And I said, you know what, just throw them in there. And she was really, really nice, very sweet, and she was very patient with me as well. So what I ended up doing was, I ended up doing like kind of weekly payments, and essentially just to kind of just, get that out of the way. And like I said, she was very patient with me, and she was, working with me and things like that. So Laura, thank you so much for working with me. And the candles come all the way from Maryland. So yeah, literally across the country. And I am happy to report that none of the candles came broken. Thank goodness, because, but I know she's an experienced seller, and she ships all the time and things like that. So I'm sure she was, very, very cautious as to how she ended up, packaging everything up, and it definitely showed because all candles came perfect. Alright, so I want to share with you guys what I ended up picking up. So I said that I ended up missing the Stranger Things collection, and so I was pretty bummed about that, just because I wanted to have at least one in my collection. So yeah, I was pretty bummed about that, but I remember I had posted that I was like looking for one or something like that, looking for some, and Laura reached out and said, I happen to have some. And so she just added on to the previous order that I had. So that's what I want to share with you guys. I know I am like a bit late, considering that the second chapter already came out of the Stranger Things Bath & Body Works collab. But yeah, so if you are new to my channel, The Way Collective, my name is Hector. And essentially what I like to do is hauls mostly pertaining to candles from Bath & Body Works. I do occasionally steer into Homeworks and Yankee Candle and other brands, but for the most part it's Bath & Body Works. I do love purchasing candles for my collection. As you can see, I have a bit of a collection. And it's been fun trying to see where I can get the candles, you know, for a more affordable price. You know, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, OfferUp, anywhere that is able to let me know that they're selling, I can purchase, and I usually do. And so most of my videos are pertaining to hauls, especially if they're candles that are no longer in circulation. And you know, I have candles that are like 14 years old, 13 years old. And most of the times I do keep them for collection purposes, but I usually like to do twos of candles that I'm willing to, that I want to try. And so I can just keep one in my collection. So just kind of, you know, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. But yeah, so I will go ahead and share with you guys what I picked up from Miss Laura. Alright, so like I said, I know I'm a little late on the whole Stranger Things collection. So I did pick up the Argyle's pineapple pizza, and I'm sure you guys know what this looks like, but I don't know, this is my first time. I don't even see them in store. The packaging is actually super cute. For context, I don't follow up with Stranger Things. I think it was like, what, like the first season? I think that's what I watched, and I never watched anything after that. So I vaguely remember some things. Argyle, I don't know who that is, but there's a candle after him. This packaging is just absolutely beautiful. So I do love how the lid does match the packaging, and it doesn't have the Bath & Body Works logo on top, and that's what I noticed on the other, like from the other chapter from the Stranger Things collection. Two of the candles didn't have that, but one of them did have the black lid with the Bath & Body Works written all over it, or just, you know, on top of it. So this is, oh, that's so cool. Okay, so it does have like the matching colored, like, I was gonna say lid, but, well, I guess not matching, but correlating, I guess, like the color of the label. So baked pizza dough, juicy pineapple and fresh basil. I don't know. I was gonna say that I was kind of expecting to not like it, but like, you get that pineapple from Pineapple Mango, so it's very sharp, very fruity, juicy. And you get this like sage kind of component. What it reminds me of, it's the, do you guys remember the collection that came out for, I think it was like before Thanksgiving, but it was like 4 candles. It was like espresso martini, sweater weather and sweet cinnamon pumpkin, and then they had, I think it was Thanksgiving celebration or Thanksgiving something. That kind of like sagey, kind of like herbal note is in here too. I don't really get the, like, I don't really get like a tomato sauce per se, or like that bakery dough note. But I don't know, I feel like this is super interesting, and I'm not gonna burn this or warm this. This is definitely just for collector's purposes. So I did get these for $14 a pop, which is way better because I think on Mercari they're going for like 30 bucks, which is their, I guess, their original retail price, but not over here, babe. Not very cutesy, and not very sweetsy, and not very demure. I'm just kidding, but I mean, you know, whenever I can get a deal, I will take it. So there's the pineapple and pizza one. Up next we have the Steve's Scoops, which is the Scoops Ahoy Ice Cream Parlor Ocean of Flavors. And it looks like this. I love the correlating lid with the packaging. Super cute. Like these bold colors. I'm all for bold colors. I really do love like gem colored, or gem colors, like an emerald green, or like a ruby red, or like a sapphire blue. I do love those kinds of colors, and these bold, beautiful colors are where it's at. Alright, so the notes are vanilla ice cream, golden waffle cone, and parlor sprinkles. So we've got ice cream, waffles, and sprinkles. Oh, oh wow. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have ever visited California. There's an amusement park down here, Southern California in Buena Park, which is Knott's Berry Farm. In Knott's Berry Farm, they have like, it's kind of like this like Western like vibe going on, and they have this like candy shop or like a sweet shop, and as soon as you step into that shop, this is exactly what that smells like. It's very sweet, very like almost like tooth aching sweet. You get this like waffle bakery note. They do make their waffles, I believe, in-house, so you definitely get to smell when they're cooking, and so you have that, and then you have like all the ice cream kind of flavors, you know, mixing and stuff. I don't know, and I think they also have like fudge and like cookies and a lot of bakery, so it's super super sweet, and this is what it reminds me of. Yeah, so I really like the waffle aspect to it. It's kind of buttery. This also does remind me a little bit of berry waffle cone, but just like that waffle cone part. There isn't anything berry about it, so it definitely is more like sugary sweet with some bakery waffle scent. So yeah, there's this one here. And then the next one we have is Hopper's Coffee. And I do love this packaging. It's super super cute. Yeah, I just love it. It's really really pretty with like the composition, or I guess like the notebook pages. And then they have like a little like, it looks maybe like a watermark or something, but like when you have like a nice drink and it melts and it leaves like a ring on like a table, that's what it reminds me of, or maybe coffee. I don't know. But yeah, the notes are roasted coffee grounds, tonka bean, and a splash of half and half. All right. Okay. This is definitely a more lighter version of Paris Cafe. You get like this actually reminds me of just like a coffee shop, but Paris Cafe smells really really strong, or like freshly brewed coffee, super strong. I'm not a very big coffee scent kind of person, so I usually stray away from coffee scents, but this is actually kind of nice. There's almost like this like slight caramelly kind of scent, and there is like this creaminess that kind of tones it down. That's nice. I do like this. This actually reminds me of coffee that's not like espresso, or like it smells more homemade coffee, if that makes sense. And I'm talking about like the instant packs. I'm not a coffee drinker per se, so I know my family is, and they do love their instant coffee, and that's what this reminds me of. Like literally homemade coffee, but not with espresso machines or a Nespresso, none of that. Literally just like the instant Folgers coffee. That's what this reminds me of. So it definitely is more doable, in my opinion, than Paris Cafe. And then on the back it has mornings are for coffee and contemplation. So super cute little thing there too. Alright, and the last one that I picked up was the 11's Waffles, and it was this candle here. So it's really really cute, and it has here friends don't lie, I think that's what it says. So there's that. And then I love the yellow. Again, like the gem colors are really pretty, like this red, yellow, blue, and I mean it's not a gem color per se, but the brown is pretty nice. It's like a nice pop, and like these like cream colored lids, and the color as well is kind of like this beigey cream color. So the notes on this read: frozen waffles, maple syrup, and melted butter. Wow, this actually smells really good. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. This reminds me of, I guess it's like the Lego or Eggos, like those frozen waffles in the yellow packaging. I remembered like very vaguely eating some of those growing up. My mom didn't really like buy those for me growing up. I was an only kid for like 9-10 years, so I don't really remember her purchasing these for me, but what I do remember is either at my grandma's house or at school having these. You definitely get this like very sweet, butter-like maple scent or syrup. Not maple, I'm sorry, more of the syrup. And you get this like very vague like waffle note. But the waffle is different than from this one here. This one is like, while it's being toasted, or it's being cooked, you know how they put the batter, and so, you know, they, for the ice cream, right, like those ice cream cones. This is different. This smells more of like a bakery item. Like something like bready, I guess. This smells nice. I think from all of them, I think I enjoyed this one the most. So I like this one first. This one second. I don't know. I think I like this one third and this one fourth. Because like I said, I'm not a very big coffee person, but I feel like I would prefer my, you know, my space to smell like coffee than pizza. Whatever. I mean, it's very unique, and I'm glad to finally have it. So, finally have the Stranger Things collection, full collection, for a very decent price. So I'm very happy about that. So I have those. So moving on to the other items that I did pick up from her. It was this strawberry sorbet candle, and it looks like this. This came out in 2017. A cool new treat to delight your senses, sorbet made from the sweetest sun-ripened strawberry, spun sugar, and a touch of vanilla. This was from the Sweet Shop collection that came out 2017, and I do have a couple of candles from this collection, but I'm still missing quite a few, because I want to say it was like 8 of them or something, or 7. I'm okay with not having all of them. As long as I can have a couple from the collection, I'm okay with that. So yeah, strawberry sorbet. There is this like plasticky kind of scent, but the strawberry note reminds me of like the Strawberry Patch candle from Slacken & Co. when they were still with Bath & Body Works back in the day. I think that I think Bath & Body Works later released another one that was Strawberry Patch or Strawberry Picnic or something like that. And I believe those are the same scent. So that kind of strawberry is in here. And I guess like that creaminess or something is what's translating as like plasticky almost. You definitely get that vanilla, so it's not like a very sharp, fruity strawberry. The vanilla definitely tones it down to make it a little bit more creamier. And it's like, it's very sweet. It's almost like it's borderline like cotton candy kind of sweet. But yeah, this is interesting. I don't have this one. I didn't have this in my collection, but happy to have it now. So I guess we'll see. So here's strawberry sorbet. So there's that. Then up next, I did pick up pineapple cream puff. This was one that I was looking for a minute, and I felt like all the other places I was looking was kind of a little too steep for my liking. So when Miss Laura showed that, you know, that she had this, I believe she had it for a pretty decent price, and I was just like, girl, just throw it in. And that's exactly what she did, because here we are. So this also came out in 2017. This is also a part of that Sweet Shop collection as strawberry sorbet. Delicate puff pastry and rich cream meat, tropical pineapple, and a fragrance inspired by a classic handmade confection. Ooh, that's pretty. So this reminds me of like a very juicy tropical pineapple. Then there is like this heavy, rich, like, I don't want to say it's like creamy in the sense of like milky, but it's more decadent than that. It's something a little bit more heavier, maybe like a whipped cream, or like just something more rich. and it's like, yeah, so it's something more rich, like a sweet cream or something like that. And it's very sweet, very vanilla-like, and it definitely brings the pineapple to a more like not as sharp kind of pineapple, but just very enough where you can still smell both like the creamy sweet aspect of the like cream puff part, and then the pineapple, that sweet juicy pineapple kind of fragrance. So I really like that. And then in the very background there is like the actual like bakery item, like the puff, if you will. It just smells very just like very almost like vanilla cakey kind of way. It doesn't smell like if it's like a dense piece of bakery. It's just very light in the background, not cookie, definitely just like a cream puff, more like a, you know, just like the puff aspect of it. So it definitely is a little bit on the lighter side for sure. But yeah, this is nice. I do like this. I feel like if they named this like maybe like a pineapple cream soda or something, it could definitely translate, I feel. So there's that. Alright, so we're done with the first 6. Alright, so we're up next. These are actually the candles that I ended up messaging her about first, which led to purchasing some of those other candles. So the first one is this cinnamon frosting from this packaging, absolutely gorgeous. And then it does have this holiday recipe lid, and yeah, if you peel this off, you're able to see kind of like an actual recipe for it. But for collector's purposes, I'm gonna leave it just on there. So this came out 2012. Top off holiday celebrations with a scrumptious scent of grated cinnamon and cloves, vanilla bean, and whipped buttercream. So we've got cinnamon, cloves, vanilla, and buttercream. Ooh, I believe I have this candle in a different packaging, but nonetheless, I think it's still pretty cool being able to have it in this packaging. I do have 2 other candles, and I tried looking for them, but I don't know exactly where they are at. But yeah, just because I wanted to show you guys what I ended up getting. So yeah. So there's that. So yeah, cinnamon frosting. It actually smells pretty good. It smells like holiday. If you're into like a very cinnamon, I mean, it is very cinnamon forward. But I don't know. I think it's nice. It's a nice like wintertime fragrance. I wouldn't say necessarily like Christmas or like holiday like. Definitely more in the like Christmas cold kind of, you know, thing. So I don't know. It smells pretty good. I do like the spiciness of it, but it does remind me of like the actual candies, like those like spicy cinnamon candies. So if you're not a fan of that, you're probably not gonna like this. And then the vanilla definitely tones that down a little bit, and then that buttercream gives it more of this like rich, like buttery almost kind of fragrance. So it definitely smells like a buttercream. Like a very cinnamon forward buttercream. So if you like buttercream fragrances and you like spice, you like this here. So yeah, there's that cinnamon frosting. There's like a cheesecakey kind of scent to it. There's something like a little sour, but it's not bad. I don't know. It's just very interesting. So yeah, there's that cinnamon frosting. Up next, ooh, this was one that I had been having my eye on for a minute, but I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it because I kept seeing them for really, really high prices. I don't remember what Miss Laura ended up pricing it at, but I don't know. I still ended up picking it up. So this is Coconut Snowflake. So it looks like this. I'll go slow so you guys can see the detail. This packaging is super cute. I really, really enjoyed it. So there's that, and it does have this kind of like snowflake textured lid as well. So this came out 2017. Cooling peppermint, fresh spearmint, and coconut water. So upon hearing what the scents are, it definitely reminded me of vanilla Snowflake that we've had, you know, in previous years multiple times. This is the first time, or yeah, the first time, or the only time really when I would like search it up on these third-party sites that this scent, you know, had came out. I don't remember seeing a different packaging or a different year that it's come out. So I was kind of hesitant to actually purchase it just because the scent notes sound a lot like vanilla Snowflake, and I do have that candle currently, and it does come out throughout the holidays. So I don't know, it's kind of like, should I not? And so eventually I did, and I was like, you know what, it's too cute to not do it. And so I've missed opportunities when they're more on the affordable side, and they sell out. So I'm like, fine, I'll just bite the bullet. So like I said, cooling peppermint, fresh spearmint, and coconut water. I don't know how to describe this. Well, actually, the spearmint, like the minty action, is very much like I do enjoy drinking tea, all kinds of teas, except really like green teas. Not a really big fan of those, but I do whatever. I do like drinking like spearmint tea, mint tea, things like that. And I remember very distinctively being sick and having to drink spearmint tea, and that's exactly what the spearmint in here reminds me of. So it's very herbal, it's very fragrant, and the coconut doesn't remind me of anything toasted, nothing gourmand-like, nothing sweet, nothing like vanilla, no tonka bean, nothing in that realm of, you know, of that kind of like sweet, ambery-like kind of fragrances. This is straight up like coconut extract. I remember baking with my sister, and we did have a little business back in the day, like during COVID time, and we had a cupcake business, and so we would experiment with different flavors, and so one of the flavors that we would use is coconut, and that's exactly what this reminds me of. It's that coconut extract fragrance. So it's like if you had spearmint tea and you added coconut extract to that, this is what you get. There is a slight sweetness, and I think that might be from like the peppermint, but it's very, very like, it's very light. It's nothing too crazy. So this is for sure unique, and it does not smell like vanilla Snowflake at all. So there's that, coconut Snowflake. Alright, and then up next I picked up this drenched apple flower candle. This is from Slatkin & Co. It is like a off-white color. Oh, well dang. Look at that. Boom. The notes are, so this is from 2012. Hold on, let me hold it like this because I'm afraid it might melt or something in my hand. A walk through the orchard after a spring shower. Crisp Fuji apple. Apples blend deliciously with rain-soaked greens and pink lotus blossom. Oh, that's so pretty. I feel like I've smelled this before, and it kind of reminds me of Apple Orchard Lane, I believe it was. Bath and Body Works came out with it in the fall, like, when was it? I don't know, like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. It came out with, oh my god, Mountain Air, I think Crisp Morning Air. It came out with vanilla birch something, and then there was another one. It was 4 in the collection, and they were just like these, like, kind of, it was like a green one, it was like a blue, a dark blue, and then like a reddish one. And the reddish one, the Apple Orchard Lane, is what reminds me of this candle. There is like a slight like apple note that you get, but it's definitely not in the forefront of the fragrance. You definitely get more of this like green leaves kind of like greens kind of fragrance first, and then in the background the apple is just kind of there. So yeah, drenched apple flower. So I did pick up the room spray, and that's what actually made me want to get the actual candle. I picked up the room spray from Facebook too, and I like the fragrance, so I said why not. So here we are. Up next, it's the Pear candle, and it looks like this. Really pretty green wax. Has like this silver lid. I do believe that the original was a different lid, but for collector's purposes, I can deal with not having the original one. It's okay. Eventually, I feel like I'll find it. Okay, so this came out in 2013. A subtly sweet scent of pear becomes even more enticing when blended with fresh spring greens and a touch of vanilla. So this one also comes out. Look at that. Ooh. What is this? Oh, I got some wax on me. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so upon smelling that, it reminds me a lot of the Pear and Sparkling Pear Riesling. If you were to remove all the other stuff that it has like this like bubbliness to it. You know, all those, if you remove all those things from Sparkling Pear Riesling, this is the pear that you would get. It's just like an all-around very like sweet, crisp pear kind of scent. I know sometimes apple and pear can be interchanged, depending on like the company from, you know, who's selling the candles, but this definitely smells like a pear, just because I do like apple fragrances, and I think it's really nice to actually have one, to have candle variation that smells like pear. So I'm super excited about that. So I actually really enjoy the fragrance. So pear, here's that. Alright, so the last two. Alright, oh, so these two were really intriguing. I forgot who it was. I think it was Touch the Fire Twice. He was talking about candles that he wished that would return, or if it was like his top, excuse me, it would be his top like 10 candles from Christmas or the winter time. I don't really recall the video, but that's due to that video, it led me to actually purchasing these. So this is Slatkin & Co.'s Deck the Halls, and it looks like this. It's like this kaleidoscope kind of vibe, and then it has like this green wax. So this came out 2011. Oh geez, okay, 2011. Ring in the holiday spirit with this blend of fresh green balsam, red berries, and cinnamon bark infused with honey and sandalwood. Doesn't that sound crazy in a good way? Because I feel like Christmas scents or winter scents are not necessarily, I feel like, this complex, if you will. They're very like bakery oriented, and like the, I don't know, I just feel like they're not as risque, I feel. So I feel like this is pretty cool, pretty different. And this fragrance is kind of crazy. So you get the green from the balsam, the like, you know, that piney kind of scent, and then you get this almost like this smoky woody kind of fragrance, and it has what is it? It's cinnamon bark. Okay, cinnamon bark infused with honey and sandalwood. There is a slight honey fragrance to it, but I'm not the biggest fan of honey, but I can't really detect just honey here. You definitely get that spice from the cinnamon. And then the red berries, you know what, the berries that are in here, I think remind me of, or actually, you know what, this fragrance reminds me of Winterberry Wreath, but a more spicy and more elevated fragrance, because that fragrance is pretty good on its own. I'm trying to see if I had one nearby. That fragrance is pretty good, but I believe it's probably the juniper or the vetiver that it has, that gives it like this super sharp kind of fragrance profile. And the other candle that reminds me of that is Berry Spritzer. I feel like this reminds me more of Winterberry Wreath. Like there is that same kind of sharpness that I don't know if it's either the berries or the like the vetiver that gives it that kind of like zing to it. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. But I think that what's different about this one is that the cinnamon, the honey, and the sandalwood tone that down a lot, and you get a very complex fragrance. Would I say that this is winter per se? No, it doesn't jump out as winter for me. I think if anything, it would probably be more of the fall, like more fall vibes, I want to say. Yeah, like a transition from fall to winter, I would associate this candle with that. But this is so complex. This is so interesting. And I wish Bath & Body Works would do more interesting things like this. But again, I know a lot of people kind of just want like very, you know, scents that are very safe. So I get that. But no, this is actually really, really cool. So Deck the Halls from Slatkin & Co. So I got that. And the very last candle, it's from the same collection. It is a Winter Wonderland. And it looks like this with the white wax. Same kind of kaleidoscope. Ornament, wreath looking thing. So this came out 2011. A sparkling blend of cool peppermint and fiery cinnamon with notes of crisp apple and creamy nutmeg create this wonderland of holiday scent. You get this mintiness, spiciness, subtle apple fragrance in the background, and I can't really identify what kind of apple it is. And then, yeah, spicy, like cinnamon, a little clove, peppermint, minty, apple kind of fragrance, and what else is there? Nutmeg. Okay, so it's pretty much a, like if you had like a spicy apple with a little bit of peppermint added to it. So what this kind of reminds me of is apple, oh my gosh, what is it called? Apple crisp? Is it called apple crisp? No, I think that's the new one. But I don't really remember. I have it in my collection, but I don't remember where I left it. Yeah, it smells pretty good. I don't know. I'll have to see. I don't know. You know what? I'll have to find it for you guys so you guys know what I'm talking about. It literally reminds me of that candle. Let me see. It's a blue one. It's a blue candle. It's a wraparound label that's blue. And then I think it has like thankful on it on the front. And the blue is kind of, it's not a solid blue. It's kind of like some like white in there as well. I don't know. I'll see if I could find it. If not, I'll see if I can add like a picture of it once I do find it. But that's exactly what this reminds me of. Maybe not exactly, because I believe that one didn't have like a minty component to it, but it did have like this spicy apple kind of. It also kind of reminds me of Winter Clove, which Winter Clove does have spices with apple in it, but it also doesn't, that one doesn't have peppermint. So I don't know if maybe that's the one I'm talking about. No, I'll probably add some pictures so you guys can see what I'm talking about, or at least the candles that I'm talking about. But yeah, I can't find it. I feel like I'm typing in the wrong name. Let me see, apple, yeah. Whatever, I'm gonna see if I can find it, and I'm gonna see if I can like post it real quick on here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, so yeah, that concludes the video for today. I want to give a huge thanks again to Laura if you're watching this. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Thank you for being so understanding. And thank you for sending me these lovely candles and having them a part of my collection. So thank you for that. I'll probably be reaching out for more. Because I know, girl, you be posting them and I'll be wanting to buy them. So there's that. But yeah, that is all for me today. If you guys are interested in following me on Instagram, I will leave it down below at the Wick Collective in the description. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for all the love, all the support, all the likes. If you're new, again, welcome to my channel. And if you're here from before, thank you guys for the support again. But yeah, thank you so much. I do have some videos coming up that I do want to share with you guys too. So yeah, thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.